Finding the Fae Week 2 by Summer over at Astaria Sen. And this is my first session trying to reach out with the she, and I was very successful. What's interesting is at this point in time, I didn't realize till I was done recording, but I swear the session only felt like 2 minutes. Alright, so this is week 2 of Finding the Fae, my channel session. I have the she glyph up with my scrying ball, candle for fire for connecting us, and I actually had some interesting dreams last night, and I think it is the she, or I believe it to be the she, okaying me to contact them. So this is my attempt contacting them. It has been acting a bit strange since I put it near the glyph. I am going to quickly use my energy to charge this glyph. Okay. I am prepared to start channeling and communicating with whichever fae or she being would like to reach out to me. It would greatly be appreciated, and I'd be so grateful for the experience. Hello to you. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I really didn't expect us to connect. Well, thanks. Have you been reaching out to me in my dreams? And awake? How so? Wow. Okay. No way. So you're the tree in my yard that I talk to. You're also a she. Wow. That is so cool. Okay. I can hear your voice in my head versus automatic writing, so is there any information I should know in order to connect better with you and work with you better? is better. What does that mean? Okay. Well, is there a way that I can really use your glyph in order to visit your world? Oh, wow. Thank you for your truths. Um, so you can see through me, you can see into my heart then, if you know that about me. So you follow me. For how long? Why would you follow me since then? What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of every human having a nature spirit assigned to them? God, I can't stop writing like my wrist again, like when I was writing my books. Excuse me, I repeat, what's the purpose? Nature of the universe? So what does that mean? Do I have some of the Fae DNA? Long time ago. So do modern humans not have it? Little. Okay. Some assigned had relations with their human. Was this forbidden? Yes. And they had children. All right. So, what is your guys' purpose? We are ancestors. We help with the earth's ascent and evolution. We keep nature and time and magic. Thank you. This is a bit intense. I'm getting a lot of energetic interruptions here, like heart flutters, and it's very intense for me right now. I'm not afraid of you, though. Would it be okay to please continue this discussion later? I am very, very interested to know more and so grateful for you. What is your name, please? Wait, what? I couldn't pronounce it. Okay. Um well then, may I please name you, just so you know who I'm trying to reach out to? Um how about never mind. I could hear him laughing at me because I was about to ask him if I could call him Lucifer, because in my mind's eye, I see like this slowly swirling light. Um, and he's laughing. So, no, no, okay, not Lucifer. Alright, well, instead of trying to think of a really cool name for you, because it isn't even your real name, you say I can't pronounce it, I'm just going to call you Herb. Is that okay? Alright. Thank you so much. I will most definitely be trying to reach out soon, and I wonder why I'm feeling like this talking with you. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. Thank you for that. You've given me amazing information here. Um, why am I feeling this way? I really, really appreciate you in answering my questions. I will definitely, hopefully be speaking to you soon. Thank you. I'm very grateful for this. All right, so you guys witnessed me channeling versus doing just automatic writing. This spirit connected to me very, very quickly. Immediately, I heard in my head, greetings, and I was kind of shocked that they had connected to me so quick. So they say after a little bit, well, what do you want? I'm still waiting a moment. Like, did I really, like, is this happening? Because I've had spirits do this before where they've spoken to me in my head. I'm aware of how funny and crazy that sounds. But yes, as you become experienced communicating with other entities, especially like angels and daemons, things like that, get used to them kind of interfering with your thoughts. And it comes to you and you know they aren't yours. But this one was a little different because I could actually hear his voice in a strange accent I cannot place. However, they continue to call me stupid. I asked if he is reaching out to me in my dreams. He said yes and awake. And I said, how have you been doing that? And they said synchronicities, which I have been getting left and right like crazy. I mean, flying in. They said through animals, through the tree. He said, I am the tree. And I giggled because what that means is the other day, if you guys haven't heard of that challenge yet, where everybody's going out and talking to a tree underneath their branch, and they're asking them, if you can hear me or understand me, can you touch my shoulder? Can you touch my face? Can you bring your branch closer? And Luke and I were out doing that the other day, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but I had the most faith because I'm always talking to trees. I love trees. And I went out into the yard, and the tree did it. And I was so happy I almost cried because this tree lowered its branch, I mean, at least 1.5 feet to touch me. So there was no mistaking this. So I think that this particular being is saying that they're residing in that tree. I said, so you're the tree? And it said, yes, yes. I said, how do I connect with you? He said, offerings are nice, but honor is better. And I said, what does that mean? And he said, what I said. I said, can I enter your world? And he said, not unless you are trusted. You don't trust yourself, so how can we trust you? Ooh, that one stung a little. He's very direct. I said, how do you know that about me? And he said, we watch, we know, we follow. I said, how long do you follow? And he said, birth. I said, why would you follow me since then? Every human is connected to nature, thus has assigned nature spirits. I asked, what's the purpose? And he said, nature of the universe. He's very cryptic, and I almost get like it was very, very difficult, almost like he was using a different frequency to even speak my language. So the next question, I said, do our DNA match? Like I've said, I think a lot of us have that DNA. His answer was long time ago. I said, do modern humans not? And he said, little. I said, some assigned had relations with their human. He said, yes. I said, it was forbidden. And he said, yes, because I could tell by the way he had answered the first time when I said, so the assigned had relations with their humans. And he was like, yes, like it was a horrible thing. And I said, and they had children, yes. I said, so your purpose is what? He said, we are ancestors. We help with the earth's ascent and evolution. We keep nature and time and magic. I asked for his name. He said I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. So I decided to call him Herb. At this point in time during the conversation, I started feeling a little physically ill. I was sweating. It was really, really intense. And um, I was saying goodbye at this point because I told the being I was feeling quite intense, though not afraid. And I was like, why am I feeling like this? And his response was that all the pollution that's in my body, his energy and vibrations was detoxing me kind of automatically, being like near me, and that it was uncomfortable. All in all, I would say that this was a great success. I want to go on, I want to do more. I just didn't understand that feeling coming over me. So this was so cool. I'm going to probably end up doing a part two, maybe three. I'm going to record every session I do with this being. I'm going to later as well. I love this so much. And thank you, Summer, for hosting this. You are appreciated.